organization that aims to combat bullying through awareness and education. In the future, this 26-year-old envisions herself collaborating with organizations that protect and preserve Cayman culture and heritage. Cayman Islands!
Welcome to the Phoenix Zone and all things Cayman. I'm here in beautiful Georgetown at Cayman Cabana with Miss Cayman Islands, Miss Ileann Powery. Miss Ileann, thank you for going to the Phoenix Zone.
Thank you for having me.
So could you please tell our listeners a little bit about yourself and where you're from in the Cayman Islands and what was it like to grow up here?
Yeah, sure. So my name is Ileann Powery. I'm Miss Universe Cayman Islands 2023, and I am from the beautiful, incomparable district of, can you guess?
Georgetown.
No! West Bay. So I'm from West Bay. I grew up in West Bay all my life. My father is from West Bay, and my mother is actually from Cayman Brac. So I am a blend of two islands from the Cayman Islands, and so I spent all my life here though on Grand Cayman, and I lived in West Bay. I grew up outside, climbing trees, picking fruits, and just being barefoot majority of the time. I went to the beach often and spent a lot of time with family. There's a lot of animals in my yard. I have cows, I have chickens, I have dogs. So I was outside, I was like a little farm girl, and that's kind of how my childhood went.
So you're from Georgetown. Oh, sorry.
Don't play with me.
And your family is from the Cayman Islands.
Yes, all of them.
So how does it feel like to be Miss Cayman now?
Yeah, honestly, I think I'm still processing it. I think yesterday when I went to town with my father, I was coming back to the car and saying to him, it's still surreal that I'm Miss Cayman, because I always used to think about being Miss Cayman, or I felt like I'm Miss Cayman, but to say I'm actually her, it's kind of weird. I'm still processing it.
So kind of feels strange that you're finally kind of like what you wanted to be.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. It's like, I can't believe I used to think it and now I am it. It's like I wasn't ready, but now I have it, so it's like I have no choice but to be ready. But it's a very dream-like feeling.
If you whenever that happens, you say, I wish I could be Miss Cayman, and you are Miss Cayman?
Maybe. You never know, but honestly though, we joke about it, but your words are so powerful. So I used to always say positive things about myself, or I would think that I was a Miss Cayman. I walked like her, I felt like her, I talked like her, and now I am her. So sometimes you can really think yourself into certain positions and roles. So it did happen, but hard work is important too.
So what motivated you to get into the Miss Cayman pageant?
Right. So I always went to a lot of our local pageants where the girls competed in Miss Teen, or what it was called Miss Cayman alone back then. And I used to be inspired by all the little girls and the young women who went on stage and were just so brave to compete in front of all these people. And I always wanted to tap into my feminine energy as well, because I was more of a tomboy growing up. So I would see these beautiful, glamorous women and young girls on stage representing Cayman, and I just felt inspired. So I knew I wanted to be more feminine, and I knew I wanted to represent Cayman on a different stage. And so I decided to enter and to give it a try, and I ended up winning. So yeah, I'm really blessed.
So there's a lot of things that are involved with preparing for Miss Cayman.
Right.
So what was your preparation like?
Yeah, that's a great question. So everyone prepares differently, but for me, it involves a lot of runway practice. So of course on stage, you have to walk down the runway. So I had a coach that prepared me for that. I also had a Q&A coach, which would help me to prepare for questions and answers, or if I needed to speak in public, because you have to do a lot of talking. Look, I'm talking to you now. I needed that prep. So that's some of the things I had to do. I also had to learn how to do makeup. I never did makeup before until the pageant, so I had to dive into a new world of makeup, and I had to get a new wardrobe. So the things that I wore, I had to buy new clothes that were more suitable for Miss Universe and for the pageant world. So those are some of the things that I had to do to prepare.
Well, so Congratulations on your win.
Thank you. Thank you.
How does it feel to win Miss Cayman?
Yeah, like I said, it just feels like a dream. Like when I think back of all the moments that I had, so being in the national pageant here and going to El Salvador for Miss Universe, it's like, I can't believe it happened. It happened so fast. You feel like you're dreaming and you hear your name being called and it's like, me? Like, oh my gosh, me? So it's a very dream-like feeling.
So, what was the difference for preparing for Miss Universe and for preparing for Miss Cayman?
That's another great question. I think there's not a whole lot of difference. I think the different things that you do stay the same, that you have to prep for, but it's amplified, like you increase it and it's a little bit more than what you would have done for the local pageant. So you still have to practice for questions and answers and interviews and media prep and runway training and just all those things, preparing my hair, my wardrobe, my makeup, all those things stayed the same, but I had to increase it. I had to pick it up a bit more because when you're going away to Miss Universe, you're going away to compete against girls that have been preparing all their life. So it's like you have to have your game on, you have to be ready. So it was kind of the same things, but just a little bit or a lot more than what I did for Miss Cayman.
Was it like kind of hard or difficult for you to figure out like how you would look?
Yeah, at times, because I'm still learning about makeup. I'm still learning about those things. So I'm not 100% like comfortable with it yet. I'm still learning it. So that can make it difficult. But I try to have a mindset where I take on my challenges with positivity. I don't want to be thinking, oh, this is so hard. I don't know if I'm going to get it. There is doubt that comes sometimes, but you have to be positive about it and just remind yourself, like, you did it before, you can do it again. So just learn and do what you need to do. It'll be okay. Everything's going to be okay.
So, what were your favorite moments of Miss Universe, and how do you feel you have grown from Miss Universe?
I have so many favorite moments. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I immediately think of all of the girls that I met up there, all the other queens. Like those girls became my sisters, like my friends, and I miss every moment with them because it felt like a family. So that was number one. I would definitely say getting to see El Salvador. We got to go on excursions. So we got to go to different sites to see the beauty of the country. So I got to see volcanoes, and then some girls got to surf and go in helicopters. So like there was a lot of different things that you got to do to discover the country. So that was really fun. We were like celebrities. People were literally like treating us like celebrities. So like when I went to excursions, they would take photos of us and can I take a photo with you? And like, you're so beautiful. And you know, we really felt like celebrities. So that was another fun part that I really, really enjoyed. And let me see one more thing. I would say getting to see the Miss Universe stage for the first time. That was like, oh my gosh, that's a stage. That stage I'm gonna be on. Like it was surreal. So those are some of my top favorite moments and memories from Miss Universe.
So your favorite moments were when you got to be with the other queens from the other countries, and when you got to go be like a celebrity, see a volcano, and all that cool sights. Overall, how would you rate Miss Universe?
Oh, 15 out of 10. 15 out of 10. It surpassed the 10. My math is not off, okay? I mean that. 15 out of 10. I miss it. Miss Universe is so, it's a once in a lifetime experience. And when I got to go and coming back to Cayman, it was such a new reality for me because I went from being a celebrity for 2.5 weeks to having my life planned out for me, all my meals cooked. I didn't have to drive. Like it was so fun and organized. And then when I came back, it was like you come back to a reality that's not what was Miss Universe, and it's different. So yeah, Miss Universe is one of a kind, once in a lifetime experience.
So now since Miss Universe finished, what are you going to do now?
Yeah, so I still have a lot of things to do because I just got crowned in September. So there's still a lot of work to be done. And some of the things that I'm going to do include visiting. My goal is to go to all the schools in the Cayman Islands to talk about myself as the queen, as an entrepreneur, as an athlete, and about my platform, Anti-Bullying, so United Against Bullying Foundation. So those are some of the things I want to do. And then I have other local appearances to do, and I'm going to work alongside other organizations with my personal platform, which is protecting and preserving Caymanian culture and heritage. So a lot of things to be done. I know that was a mouthful, but yeah, I have a lot to be done. Oh my gosh.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. And I just want to say shout out to Phoenix. He's doing his thing. I saw him performing at a recent event, and I see you online. And the greatest thing about this young man, in my opinion, is his boldness and his courage to do what he's doing. I think at such a young age to be doing this is a great thing. This is not easy. And I want to say shout out to Phoenix. You're doing the thing, man. You're doing the thing.
The thing I'm getting hair in my face. I am so grateful for the opportunity to meet with Miss Ileann Powery. She was so gracious and is truly an awesome Miss Cayman. Thank you to Mr. Luigi, Maxim, and Cayman Cabana for hosting our interview as well. If you enjoyed our video, please do share, like, and subscribe.